Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here with a flipped lesson, and we are going to say at the end of this one, I can multiply polynomials, and you're also going to be able to say I can FOIL. FOIL is a little f word, by the way. Yes, I said that right. A little f word. Okay, we have to get good at the little f word. Um, it will help us in our mathematics. And by the way, we have to get good at the big F word too. That will come in a little bit. We have to learn a little F word first, and then once we get really good at it, we'll be ready for the big F word, which is factoring, by the way. Okay, anyway, let's review really quick here. If I have 3 times 3, of course I know it's equal to 9, but can't I say that that's 3 to the second power, right? There's 2 3's being multiplied, right? Okay, 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. An easier way to say that is 7 to the 5th power, right? Okay, and I know this is really review, but I'm setting us up to be successful. So let's see here. We have 3x squared times 5x. Well, I do 3 times 5, right? And I get 15. And x squared times, if I'm Ashley Leonard, I put a little 1 there. X squared times x would be x to the third, right? Okay, well, how do I do a problem like this one? And you know what? I'm going to try to move this problem over. There we go. Give myself a little room to work. Well, it's a distribution problem. I have to multiply the 2x cubed by 5x squared, and then I have to multiply the 2x cubed by 3. So 2 times 5 is 10. X cubed times x squared is x to the 5th. 2 times 3 is 6. The x cubed comes along for the ride. And there you go. You just distributed. Let's try another one. I've got negative 4x times the quantity of 6x cubed minus 2x. Well, I'm going to distribute, multiply here, and multiply there. Negative 4 times 6, negative 24. X to the first times x cubed, x to the fourth. Negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8. X to the first times x to the first, x to the second, and there you go. Pretty simple stuff. Now, what happens when the problems look like this? Two binomials. That's where this FOIL thing comes in. And FOIL is just an acronym to help me know to double distribute. All I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my firsts. Which are your firsts? The first terms in each binomial. These are your firsts. And then I'm going to multiply my outers. And I'm not talking about belly buttons. My outers, those are the ones on the outside. And my outers are these two. They're on the outsides of the binomials. Okay, then I'm going to do my inners. And again, not talking belly buttons. And my inners are the ones on the insides. So there are my inners. Okay, and then I'm going to do my lasts. And those are the last two terms of the binomial. Two binomials, the last term in each binomial. So I'm going to do first, outer, inner, last. So let's see how I can set this up. Let me give myself some more room to work with here. Okay, I'm going to multiply my firsts. And my firsts, in this case, are 3x times 2x. So 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. Now I'm going to do my outers. Well, my outers are the 3x and the 5, negative 5. Well, that's going to be a negative 15x. And now my inners get me 1 times 2x. Well, that's a positive 2x. Okay? And then finally, my lasts. My lasts are a positive 1 times a negative 5, which would be negative 5. Now, one thing I do notice here, I have two like terms. So I'm going to simplify. I'm going to get 6x squared minus 13x minus 5. And there you go. Pretty simple stuff. All right, let's try this one here. Oops. And I'm going to do my firsts, which are these two. So I'm going to get 14x squared. Next, I need to do my outers. And my outers, in this case, are these two, which would be a positive 49x. Now I need to do my inners. And my inners are these two, plus 2x. And then my lasts are these two. So my last will get me a plus 7. 1 second here. Gotta change the color of that. There we go. All right. Now I look to see if I have any like terms. Looks like I do. 14x squared. And then I get 51x plus 7. All right, let's try three more. All right. So my firsts right there. 4x squared. My outers going to be those two. Negative 10x. My inners. 10x. And then my lasts. Negative 25. I've got like terms here which are going to cancel each other out. My answer is going to be 4x squared minus 25. Two more, and then I'm going to let you go. All right, going to do my firsts to get x squared. X times x. Going to do my outers to get a positive 3x. Time for my inners. Get a negative 3x. And then I'm going to do my lasts, which is going to get me a negative 9. All right. Like terms right here and here. X squared minus 9. How come? Because the like terms canceled each other out. There you go. Last one. Going to do my firsts. Going to get 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. Time for the outers. Outers are going to be these two. Plus an 8x. Right, gonna do my inners. Looks like I'm gonna get an 8x. And then my lasts, which are gonna get me 16. So, 4x squared plus 16x plus 16. And there you go. That's foiling. So, we're gonna get some practice in class with this. You learn to multiply polynomials, and then you learn to foil a little F word. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.